Good morning, truckers and friends. It is Saturday, December 14th at 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. I am in Tennessee and I'm heading over to North Carolina. I'm currently on 81. I'm going towards where all the road closures and everything that happened with the Hurricane Helene. Let you know, I run Trucker Path GPS, which I pay for the subscription on my phone. I have the app. I pay for the subscription monthly or yearly. And then I also have a Garmin diesel trucker GPS. And the route I-40, Interstate 40 is closed still. And the Garmin is still telling me to take 40 east where it's closed. And the trucker path is giving me the correct directions to avoid all that. So if you're running a Garmin or a GPS that is not hooked to the internet or satellite or whatever, be very careful out here because it's still trying to tell me to turn around and go back to 40 and head eastbound where those highways are closed. I know I've seen videos of truckers getting stuck out there trying to get turned around and getting little towns where they can't get turned around, or they're getting tickets for no truck zones and things like that because it's happening way too much apparently. So if you're running a GPS, make sure it's one that's hooked to satellites and knows all the updates for the road closures and things to get around all the Hurricane Helene mess out here. It's still happening. This is December now and it's still closed. There's still issues, and yeah, don't be one of them drivers that are getting stuck or ticketed. My trucker path, although they just did a recent update, is mostly pretty good. This recent update has kind of screwed things up a little bit, but I did pull over and make sure that I had the correct route to get around 40 where it's closed and any of the other closures, and I do. I'm good so far, as long as something else doesn't pop up that I don't know about. But I checked all the maps, I looked it up online, and there's signs everywhere that say where 40 is closed at and which direction to take, which is also what my GPS is telling me on the trucker path. So yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Kind of hoping the sun will come up because it's beautiful out here, and I gotta be there at 10 o'clock. My GPS is showing me I'll be there at 8 o'clock, 8:15, something like that. You know, as long as we don't run into any issues between now and then. I still got about 3 hours and 15 minutes left to go. I stayed at the Loves last night in Tennessee. Where? I don't know. Took a shower. Oh man, I slept good. I was between two trucks that were not running. There was no reefers. It was quiet. It was nice. I slept hard. I slept good, and I'm glad I did because I needed to I'm still working on getting over this cold. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here because it's dark and there's nothing to see. But I will update you either on the other end when I get there or once daylight hits. Should be within the hour or so. The sky's starting to lighten up a little bit here. Although it doesn't look like it in the camera, but it is starting to. Anyway, I'll check in with you in a bit. No loads over 10 feet wide. You gotta get off. And Irwin is where I've seen these videos where drivers are getting off in Irwin and then get pulled over for being in that town. Main Street in Irwin, don't go that way, you gosh. The devastation. Oh my gosh. Seen devastation like that. My gosh. I mean, there's a big river right here. I'm on I-26, and you can just tell where the water was so high, it just trashed the place. My gosh. My gosh. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. I'm going to try to capture as much as I can. Obviously, I have to watch the road and all that, but man, oh man. I was supposed to be up in this area the day that the hurricane hit this area, but they changed my route and gave it to somebody else. I think going to the same place I'm going to now, which I would have been on 40 instead of taking this detour. I don't know if I would have been right in the middle of it all or had gotten here beforehand, or I'm not sure what the time schedule was and what the difference was between that time and the time of my appointment or whatever. Welcome to North Carolina. Up. Woo, he's flying. He don't care. Dang it, dude. He don't care. Why are you in that lane? Sometimes I want to get on the CB and be like, bro, think about it. Fancy old Peterbilt, and he's just being a doofus. It was a really pretty truck, but dang, that dude don't know how to drive. He was all over the road, riding the zipper, not using his blinkers, riding in the left lane, going slow uphill, going slow downhill, riding in the middle lane. What the heck? Look at all these trees down. Man, oh man. Oh gosh, did you see that? I'm trying to get my phone. 30 miles. That's where we're going. These trees are just all down. All the trees along this river here, just all tipped over and broken and in the water. That had to be so scary. Still on I-40. I gotta get off at mile marker 100, exit 100 to get to my destination. You guys, I just had to show you this. I'm at the Cummins Meritor in Morganton, North Carolina, and this place is right across the way. I was parked in that dock right there, and it's literally right here. This entire building was full of brand new furniture, and was completely flooded. The guy that was inside, I'll tell you in just a minute when I get back in the truck. Look at that. Brand new furniture. Just piles and piles of it. He was giving me an illustration of how deep the water was. He said it was 5 feet on the inside. So above my mirror out here. Isn't that crazy? Man, that is insane. Coming through all these areas where Helene hit, through Tennessee and North Carolina in this area, there are just mounds and mounds of trees and debris and garbage and muck and mud, and all the landscaping has been just demolished. It's so sad. And I thought, oh, I wonder if this is like stuff. I was sitting here looking at all this stuff, and I was like, is this stuff that, you know, is being recycled? What is this company over here? And I looked it up, and it's EJ Victor, and this is all brand new stuff that got just demolished in the flood, in the hurricane thing. And when this guy brought out my paperwork from here, he's been standing here talking to me for like 15 minutes, telling me about all the devastation in the area and how much stuff that they lost. He said they're at like $3 million at a loss at this place. All the steel that they had here, everything is gone. He said there was their furniture from like their offices and things was 2 miles up the road, and the river runs right along the backside of this building and around the building and out that way. So he said this whole area was just underwater, feet, like 10 feet high. Their whole guard shack right here is just the bricks left in the roof, kinda. I'll show it to you when I go by. But this company, this EJ Victor right here, apparently their insurance isn't covering any of it, and they had to go out of business. Obviously, all that furniture sitting here, all the employees lost their jobs, he said, and these guys are rebuilding. They're just, he said he's never seen flooding like that. He said like the concept of flooding just wasn't what it really is in life. The mud and the muck and the debris and the junk just everywhere. Things floating in the water. Said it was very dangerous. It was very scary. I asked him if he had any damage at his house. He said he just had 3 big trees that had fallen, but they didn't damage anything. My gosh. It's heartbreaking. I feel so bad for these people up here. I wish there was something I could do to help. I don't even know. It's so sad. Man, say prayers for these people because, man, and it's been 2 months, he said, and he said they still have insurance people in here going through stuff every day 2 months later, and it's going to be another 3 to 4 months probably is what he was telling me. So crazy. Mother Nature, man. So, say a prayer, y'all. So sad. I'm all done here at the Meritor or Cummins, and just pulling out of here, I wanted to show you the guard shack that's over here. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good. But oh my gosh, look at all this brand new furniture. It ain't new anymore. It looks like high-end stuff too. Just completely demolished. Just yuck. So sad. Oh my gosh. Piles and piles and piles. The fence is just dilapidated and falling down, and man, it's like this all the way down the fence. Let's see if I can get. And then this is the guard shack. Look at it. I mean, just all the fences, everything, it just looks like trashed. Look at that. Electric panels, all this stuff. My gosh. The river is way over there too, behind this building, and it goes around, he said, this whole area back behind whatever this is over here. So the disaster recovery team right here. Man, I was like, why is this ground so lumpy? But it's because of all the flooding. It just tore everything up. This place here, the Gerresheimer, that place is down. Look at that. That's the E.J. Victor place. Look at all that furniture. E.J. Victor. This whole giant building underwater, or it was. And now the whole company is just gone. Just gone. E.J. Victor. Somebody needs to fight for them. Man, oh man. Oh my God, there's a whole nother section of more furniture over here. Look at that. It's all around this entire place. Look at all of that. My gosh, I can't imagine. Wow. My gosh. So crazy. So 221 is closed. No CMU trucks. I guess I'm supposed to turn this way. I don't like this at all. Some of these roads I gotta take the other lane just to get around the rock walls and on the curves. 221 was impassable. Can I get through here, trucks? There's all kinds of dump trucks coming through here, but I don't know. I don't see any big trucks my size. Trailer's barely getting around the curves. I made it a wider angle so you can see. I got about 4 more miles on this road, and I'm not enjoying it. It's beautiful, but it's a little hairy. Like a hairpin curve up here. I sure hope there's room to get around it. I mean, this is the way they're saying trucks should go, so it's got to be fine, right? It's got to be. And my microphones are charging right now. Look at that. Still North Carolina. Right now I'm in North Carolina 226. I was on 221 and it said it was impassable and everybody had to come this way. my wheels to fall off. The edge of this road is like a big drop off. I don't know if you can tell in some areas. And if I would still be full, there's no way I'd make it up these hills. I had a hard time getting up the hills out on the main highway. There ain't no way. Not this one. Look at this thing. I bet all these dump trucks are just up here picking up debris and trees and all this stuff. I am going up a mountain hill. 20 miles an hour. Oh my God. they had a sign that said that was 13.9 because going the other way they had it closed off and said no CMVs. There was cones all the way across the street. Woo, this is fun. The gem of the mountains is what that sign said. This is gonna have to be a video all by itself. 55. I hope it won't like that one. There was a sign there that said use low gear, final warning for trucks. And yeah, I'm glad I was going up instead of down. Oh man, the devastation in these areas is crazy. That was insane, y'all. That was insane. That was a mountain. That was a mountain road that trucks. I can't believe trucks go on there. But we did it. I didn't crash. I didn't do nothing. Didn't hurt anybody. Didn't hurt myself. We're all good. That was insane. So the trees coming off of the mountain sides and off the tops of the mountains is just insane. There's just trees coming off of, like these ones here, coming off the sides of the mountains that are just, that's not from flooding. That's from wind and too much rain that has saturated the ground and made those trees fall down. And some of the trees are just huge, just ripped up the ground and everything and just toppled over. And so all the dump trucks, I'm assuming all the dump trucks coming up and down that hill were from just probably picking up garbage and debris and whatever. Oh, look at this. Just garbage everywhere. 45, slow her down, slow her down. So I'm heading up to Virginia for my next pickup, which is not till Monday. And I am stopping at a rest area in about an hour, which will put me about an hour away from my pickup, maybe not even. And I don't pick it up till Monday morning. So I got plenty of time to be editing and going for walks. I don't have Scooter with me anymore. I know I've said that before, but it's taken some getting used to not having him with me. And I enjoyed going on walks with him and seeing the sights that I wouldn't normally see, because when I'm parked somewhere, I don't get out of the truck. I usually just stay in my truck, get out to go to the bathroom or get out to take showers or get out to whatever. So I'm getting used to that, or trying to, and going for walks by myself just seems weird, but we'll try it. We'll see what this place looks like where I'm going. It's in the mountains, so I'm hoping there's some pretty stuff to see. I'm gonna go up some more mountain hills. We got 1 mile and then we're getting on US 19E. Welcome to Spruce Pine, the Mineral City. Where's 19E? Right here? Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. I thought it was that little side street. I was like, oh God, that doesn't look like fun. Spruce Pine downtown, is that a way? My other GPS is trying to get me to go a bunch of different ways, but because it didn't even detour me around the 40 closure, I don't trust it right now. So I am sticking with the trucker path to make sure, or at least I hope, and I'm trusting that it's taking me to the right place. Oh, it's a little scary, but I see other trucks here, not tractor trailers, a lot of dump trucks. So lots and lots of dump trucks. There are trees down everywhere. This stuff just looks like everything was flooded. Everywhere there was a river or a lake or a body of water of any kind, a little creek, is where all the flooding is. And I was thinking, I bet the people up on the high hills were happy that they weren't down below. But that guy at the place I delivered at the Cummins, at the Marator, is that what it's called? Told me that there was mudslides, and look at all this stuff that just come down off of somebody's clothes. There's just stuff everywhere. There was mudslides, and so you could be up there thinking you're safe, and then the side of the mountain gives away, and there goes everything. There's just debris piles of everything everywhere. So crazy. There's people out here picking up garbage out of everything. This is 2 months later, people. 2 months later, and these people are out here picking up garbage and debris from their stuff that came out of their houses and whatever. Man, 2 months later, and they're still digging out of this stuff. I mean, I know. Look at this. Look at this pile. I wonder what happened to people's horses and cows and chickens and things that all this stuff was underwater. And I'm up on top of a mountain. So crazy. Look at this. So sad. It's going to take forever to clean this stuff up, you guys. Like years. And the dump trucks, they're everywhere. They're just taking loads and loads of stuff. I guess they're starting with the critical stuff first. All these people that, I don't know, are their insurance companies covering this stuff? Probably not. Look at, just, oh my God. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the piles. Oh my God. Just the piles and piles of debris and broken buildings, and it's so sad. And I'm putting on look at that river right there, that little creek, all the stuff around it, all the debris in that field right there along the creek. That just tells you how high that water was. And I've been out here driving for 100 miles or more. Everything is just trashed. It makes me want to cry. I feel so bad for these people. And now after hearing what that guy said about that company, the insurance company's not taking care of them, and I bet they've put in, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars into business insurance, and they aren't helping them. I can't believe the government thought they could give them $750 and that was good enough. That is horrible. Look at, you can just tell the mud was all the way up here. The river is down, below the road right here. That guy was saying how the muck and mud just coming up from the water, and the mud, and can you imagine all the things that were in that water? All the germs, all the horrible things that could hurt people in that water. The death from animals, and there had to be a ton of animals swept away in this water. And there was nothing anybody could do but watch it happen. Sinkhole right there. There's nothing they could do. Asheville's 38 miles from here. town of Burnsville is where we are right now. I just passed a bunch of tow trucks, like rollback tow trucks that looked like they were carrying goods and stuff on the back. It was all wrapped up, and they all had their lights going and all in a row like a little caravan. I wish I would have got that on video. I'm sure there's so many people that are volunteering their time and goods and things like that. Oh man, just devastating. Just devastating. I feel so sorry for these people. And I haven't even seen the worst of it. I mean, I can't even imagine all the places that got hit the worst. I know these are terrible. These are terrible. All the things going on for all these people. But there's people that lost everything. The whole house, everything. Oh my gosh. I just can't. I feel so bad for everyone involved here. Golly, this is just insane. Oh my gosh. On both sides of the street, things are just gone. Just gone. People taking stuff to the recycle places by the truckfuls. That's what that was right there. Where this truck pulled out from. The recycle center. And there was just so many people working there just taking stuff in. All this stuff needs to go somewhere. If it's no good anymore, they might as well recycle it. I mean, these people, how are they surviving? They can't work if their jobs are gone. They can't work because they got so much to do to take care of their home. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. And if it didn't affect their family, I'm sure it affected somebody they know or love. I mean, people lost their homes, all their things in it, their cars. I had no idea. I thought it, they exaggerate stuff on the news sometimes. They make it look worse than it really was. One of the weathermen, they showed him pretending, leaning over, and yeah, the wind was blowing, but he was really exaggerating into the wind, and it was tipping him over, and he was stumbling everywhere. And then you see people walking behind him normal. They exaggerate things, but I don't think they gave this enough coverage. This is so bad. Some things were completely demolished, other things not touched at all. Look at that house on the hill. Beautiful. Doesn't look like it was damaged at all. Now, it may have been very scary for them. They may have thought, well, dang, we're going to have a mudslide. They could slide off the side of their hill. Who knows? It might have been bad in the moment. They may have lost things. You can't tell now, but they may have lost things. You just don't know what these people are going through, what they've been through. Look, there's cars. There's a car. You see that? There was a car in the creek, just crumpled, and 2 months ago this happened, y'all, and things are still in disarray. They haven't even gotten close to touching everything. Not even close. There's a church right there. Just lines of people probably going in to get food and coats and hats and whatever things that they absolutely need. Oh wow, what is going on up here? More churches giving away stuff. Oh, look at the lines of people. Look at volunteer fire department. They're giving presents. Oh, they got presents for the kids. Oh my gosh, look at. The cars are all lined up. All these people. Oh, you guys. They're here to get presents for their kids and things they need. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I want to go help. Look at this. Oh my gosh, my eyes are tearing up. I can't take it. I feel so bad for these people. That was the fire department, and there were toys and all kinds of things outside, bicycles. You know, we all take things for granted. We all take things for granted. Everything we do. We take things for granted. We expect things of our family, of our spouses, of our loved ones. We expect food on our table every morning. We take things for granted. We just, you know, you expect to be able to go get groceries, and maybe things are tight once in a while, and maybe you're struggling to pay a bill here and there, or maybe you're struggling a lot, but you still probably have a roof over your head. You still are sitting here watching this on your phone or on your TV, and to have lost everything that these people have lost is just heartbreaking. I can't even imagine what these people are going through. I feel bad. My heart hurts for them and their families, their kids, the people that lost people that they love. It's devastating. My gosh, this is devastating. And like I said, I haven't even seen the worst of it, I'm sure. And I know you can't even fathom the things I'm seeing, because you're only seeing the road in front of me or wherever I turn the camera. But you driving the hundreds of miles I've been driving this morning to see all this stuff, it's spread out everywhere. It's everywhere. And the camera just it doesn't explain it all. It just doesn't. There's things my eyes are seeing that you can't see. I'm getting that feeling that I had on 9/11, watching the towers fall, and all the people whose lives were lost, and all the people who lost everything. Mother Nature wreaking havoc out of nowhere. People expected, rain. People did not expect to lose everything they had. I'm sorry I'm getting choked up, but to see all those people in line hoping to salvage some sort of Christmas for their family, or even get food that they need, or jackets, winter coats, or whatever they need right now. I don't know exactly what was going on right there, but I'm going to look it up and I will let you know. But my heart hurts right now. I can't even see. I got tears in my eyes. I feel so bad for these people. The churches, the grocery stores, all the supply places. That guy told me that just around the curve where they were at, there was a whole strip mall that had all kinds of things in it. It was completely underwater, completely gone now. Nothing in it anymore. People need medication. People need the pharmacy. People need all these things, and they can't get to it, or they can't. These places are gone now. I can't even imagine what they're going through. I gotta stop. I'm on I-26 now. Back out on the highway. I had to plug in my microphone.